Welcome back to Louisiana Heartbeats. I'm Sudie Landry, and we had such a fantastic first show that this lady here, Deborah LeBlanc, brought up another topic that's a passion of hers. It's a nonprofit organization. As we began to talk about what it was about, I asked her to stay. So I'm sure you don't mind that we still have on the same clothes because this is a topic we do not want to lose out on. So I want to thank you for sitting through another 30 minutes show, Deborah.
Thank you for allowing me to speak on this topic.
You know, Katie Anna, there's a lot of organizations out there that do good things. And I had no idea that this one organization did what it did until she sat down and we began to talk. And so I want Deborah LeBlanc to share with you how Fright Trail came up. We're located here, that's in the Scott area.
Yes.
How and why this organization was put together, and who do you share it with? What is the purpose? So let's tell Lafayette and Katie Anna and YouTube and the world what Fright Trail is really about.
Actually, it all began with Literacy Inc. I did a book signing tour in 2006 that covered 35 states. In every major city in those states, I would go into bookstores and I would ask specifically teens who are usually hanging out in the coffee shops, you know, who's your favorite author, what do you enjoy reading? And probably 98% of them around the country said, I don't like to read, I just come out here to hang out with my friends. And my last stop was Seattle, Washington. And then I had that long drive back to Louisiana. I drove this route.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, I was really concerned because if these children aren't reading, what does our future, who will be our future leaders? Will the next president in that generation text Newcomb, N-U-K-E-M?
Wow. Well,
Because
no,
they couldn't read, couldn't write.
Right.
I own a company. I employ 29 employees, and it takes me at least 40 applicants to find one that's literate enough to put a sentence together, verbally, much less on a piece of paper. So it became a really big passion of mine. I created a nonprofit called Literacy Inc. in 2007.
Okay.
And I made it, its mission is to fight the growing rate of illiteracy in America's teens. That's where I saw it happening the most. I started speaking in high schools around the country and giving away thousands and thousands of free books. It was like spitting in an ocean. That's what it felt like.
Wow.
So I really, as technology began to grow, and of course e-readers became the name of the game, I started realizing I'm giving away books, but it may not be a genre you like.
Right.
So what really gets someone to become a reader is to get enthusiastic about a topic.
That's right.
Reading about something they're really enthusiastic about. So I could accomplish that by giving iTablets, which you can get an e-reader app on for free, and thus getting free ebooks. I can do it that way. It's not the same like giving away free books. It costs.
Yes.
And trying to find sponsors who were willing to donate to Literacy Inc. Look, we're not a sports team, and if you're not a sports team, who cares about reading?
Okay, Deborah, if someone is interested in possibly partnering up or getting more information, I know you have a webpage under
Yes.
your name, but if they want more information about this Literary Incorporated, they'll find that on your webpage, or do they need to go check out another site?
LiteracyInc.com. I think
Okay.
they have a picture of it.
Okay, you want to show that picture again? There
That's
it is.
LiteracyInc.com. And it'll give you information. We also have an anti-bullying campaign.
Wonderful.
That's going on at the schools right now. We not only are giving out iTablets, but we're also giving out reminder bands that says, stay true to you, break the cycle, which is break the bullying cycle.
Right.
So our whole mission is breaking that cycle of illiteracy, breaking the chains of that illiteracy creates. Well, trying to find sponsors and being able to buy iTablets or e-readers for schools seemed to be an impossible dream. I just couldn't create enough interest.
The idea was there, but to get the backup and the support system.
That's right. So I happen to own 20 acres of land in Scott, and my fiance, who actually is known in the haunted attraction business as the horror master, he's been doing this for 35 years, building haunted attractions and consulting, said, you know, why don't we turn this into an event, a haunted trail, and the proceeds then will be enough to be able to buy the e-readers that are needed for the high school.
Let's show that picture, and I'm sure a lot of our locals are going to recognize this sign.
That's it. That's Fright Trail.
And all this time it's there, but we didn't know the rest of the story, so keep on talking. Share it with us.
Fright Trail is opened every weekend in October, and the proceeds that we generate from the trail go to purchasing iTablets for public high schools. I've narrowed my focus to South Louisiana because America is my dream.
Amen.
To have one in every public high school student's hand. But because we keep falling to number 46 in the top 50
What?
in the
Okay,
nation,
46
we are
out
number
of
46 as far as literacy is concerned.
Not good.
That really stung my heart, and it's been the third year in a row. So I want to do my part, everything that I can, especially since I'm an author, because reading is giving someone hope.
That's right.
Creating a reader is actually, it's teaching a man to fish instead of giving him a fish.
There
It's
you go.
teaching him how to fish. So that's been our dream. Fright Trail helps that happen.
Well, I'm in total shock that this wonderful thing's been taking place yearly without knowing that it also backs up nonprofit ideas like yours, and that you are part of it, if not the creator, with another person. I'm amazed that Lafayette didn't know more about this, because I promise you, Lafayette didn't know, because if Lafayette knew, I would know. And nobody told me anything until right now, and my mind is just clicking away, Deborah. I mean, blasting Facebook, blasting YouTube. I mean, you know, just by having this show right now and letting you talk about everything, get it all in there, because we want to share it on the Acadiana Open Channel, and we want to keep sharing it on YouTube. Because today it's like an eye-opener for me, because that'd be the last thing I was interested in. I volunteered to do what I could, but I realize now that I didn't have the right information to go in, but I would love to reapproach and find out more. And with you being on the show, that pretty well is going to educate us all. And I really appreciate you coming in. Fright Trail, and you can't miss the sign. It's on Cameron Highway. You pass by it coming and going. I mean, anybody that's headed out in that direction has got to have seen it. But like me, a lot of people do not know the background of it. So how long has that been in that location? How long has it been opened?
This will be our 5th year. In fact, this year we were able to donate 59 cases of iTablets to Como High. I think they have pictures of, I don't just hand over the iTablets. I have to do a presentation to the students because
Could y'all switch to the picture with the students? That's the people that she's donated these iPads to?
we did one, Como High received some, as well as Acadiana High. And they were very well received and very much appreciated because, you know, as you know, Louisiana has budgets been cut as far as education is concerned, and specifically the English departments, which is...
As he's showing these pictures, you want to just pretty well share what's been going on there?
That's Acadiana High. I'm talking to the children. I don't teach them, I don't really rant about why it's so important to read. I tell them the story about a reader and how reading saved my life from a really ugly childhood.
Right.
So these are kids coming out to get the reminder bands of Stay True to You, and I'm stuck out there in the middle of it and talking to them, and they usually get very excited. It's just hope. That's what we're giving them, more than just an iTablet. We're giving them hope for a better future.
That is wonderful. I have a question. Do you have any special qualifications as to which schools that you offer help to, or does anyone have to apply for special recognition from your agency? How does one go about receiving your blessings, I guess, whatever you are donating?
Well, this year we did Acadiana High in Como, and the reason Acadiana is my alma mater.
Okay.
I graduated from there. Como, however, we have bar cards, which are, just slightly bigger than a normal size postcard with freight trail information on it. And Como High took those, probably 1,000 of them, and spread them throughout the school. So the students that came out there from Como were significant. They said our cards were everywhere, bathrooms, the cafeteria, everywhere they looked. So because Como was so proactive in letting their students know about the trail, they were awarded the batch of readers. So we stick to public high schools.
Okay, so do you go and how do the schools find out who you are and what you do? Do you go personally and invite them to let you speak about what you have to share here?
I only do the presentations when we're giving out something. I want to...
Only? That's smart.
Because I want to be able to say, here, I don't want to talk to them about my story if I'm not offering them the tool, giving them the tool.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And it costs the school nothing. The reminder bands, the speech, it's all free. And usually the reaction from the principals is like, okay, this sounds too good to be true. What's the catch?
That's usually what it is. Well, it is wonderful. Okay, let's go back to the creation of the Freight Trail and what does it offer in October. Well, I mean, you have different things going on there.
Freight Trail is actually 20 acres of haunted woods. We have my fiance, Rich Hamp, is the one who created the trail. And it's about a 35 to 40-minute walk. People will usually ask, how long does it take to go through? And we usually say it depends on how fast you run.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
But we have a trail that is roped off so people don't start getting lost.
Really getting lost. So I noticed that, you're on a highway passing, you're looking to the right, but there's a lot of trees and branches, and you see the sign go up. It's the woods. It's the woods.
It is.
Okay, so we have this organization. When do you start basically telling people that it's going to be opening soon? I didn't know anything. I see a sign coming soon. I see the dates, but I had no idea what was really going on here. So you start mainly advertising in 3 months ahead? Is that what you do?
We start talking because all of our actors are volunteers.
Right.
So we start in June recruiting volunteers, volunteer actors, and then we really start pushing the trail in September.
Okay, so September. I knew that there was something prior, but like I said, I didn't get all the details. So while we have this opportunity at this platform, sitting at this table, then you're saying that you will be looking possibly for actors to volunteer their services to be part of this event that actually raises money to help nonprofit and schools and whatever. And so therefore, if someone's interested, they can check out your webpage also.
Yes, we have freighttrail.com.
Okay, there's a webpage specially for that.
Yes, and on that website, they can click on the navigation board. It says volunteer. They can click it and just send us the information.
So right now, the only thing I've ever really seen, and I guess I've missed a whole lot, is really the flyers. So I'm going to have to start checking out that website myself so I can be the big mouth and tell everybody and make the announcements. Because I tell you what, these resources that are free, KDN Open Channel, Facebook, YouTube, all of this is wonderful to get news out there. And you've got a lot going on now. I think there's been a couple people from here that are not here right now that's moved away that actually took part in that and had the makeup put on themselves. We're talking actors themselves. So I was only aware of very little there. But that's all I knew. I just knew that it was a once-a-year thing and that it was something that, if you want to have a good time and go out there, your typical haunted house setting and whatever, as most people do, but this is much bigger purpose.
It serves a much bigger purpose, and it's a unique event. It's not trapped inside of a haunted house. We have different scenes set up. I stay away from the satanic, anything satanic. I don't do, the bloody dolls, and I won't go there. But it's.
So are you telling me that you have something to do with what is actually shown there, the creation of the different little scenes of whatever's going on?
Oh, heck no. I don't walk through that trail. I'm scared to death. My fiance is responsible for all of that. But
Okay.
but he'll say, we're thinking about doing X, Y, or Z. And
Okay.
I have some influence in saying
Right.
I will not have anything blank. I mean,
Okay.
he's from New York and New Jersey. Everything goes there.
Yeah, everything
Okay.
goes there.
But not
You're
everything
from
goes.
South Louisiana, so you know what goes and what doesn't go and what to stay away from, huh?
I don't even have to be from South Louisiana. I know with me, you're not crossing this line.
Well,
now.
I'm on the same page as you because I'll tell everybody about it and all this, and just not sure I would walk that trail during the night anyway. So
Well, being that I own the trail, those actors would be watching for me to make sure they really got me.
Oh yeah, they'd be after you big time, big
Big
time. Let's
time.
test her out. Let's do it. Okay, in regard to setting up the Fright Trail and getting it ready, even though it happens in October, you start as early as June, getting everybody together.
Oh, they're
Do you-
working on the trail now.
Okay, and this is the month of February already.
Yes.
So my question is, you break it down. Okay, how long does the Fright Trail itself, once all the things put up, it's there?
Mm-hmm.
You break it down after it's finished and you store it somewhere, all the
Yes.
different little things?
Yes.
So it then becomes woods again.
Yes.
Okay, but then when that sign goes up, people should know that Fright Trail, that's the beginning of a fundraiser, nonprofit, somehow to help a bigger vision. So that's what we want to get out there. What would you, in your heart, what would you say would be the best way to share with people what the Fright Trail is about? Do we need to basically just do like you and I are talking and tell people what's the best resource that a person can do that doesn't have money, which we don't talk about money in this situation?
Mm-hmm.
What I find, okay, I'm asking a question, but I'm having trouble finding the words for it. Do you believe word of mouth is one of still the best?
Absolutely.
Okay, because that's the only thing I can say is my word of mouth and my big mouth, I'm like bubbling over because I'm just in total shock, nosy like I am, wanting to help people know about good things that are going on. Because my heart is local. My heart is telling people what's going on here, whether it's showcasing new authors, published, seasoned authors like you that's been doing it for many years, or just a good event for a good purpose. So I would appreciate it if I would know all about this. So if I can get to your webpage and check it out, I should be able to check out frighttrail.com
Yes.
on a regular basis and find out what's going on and what you're
Exactly.
up to and all that.
That's exactly right. We have a
Okay.
gallery where we have a videographer who does scare cams, and he's also hiding in the woods taking candid
Oh, I
shots
figured
of
that.
some pictures. So we have a gallery that's up. But the best, someone brought it up this morning, and I thought it was fantastic. We scare because we care.
I like that.
I did too.
Wow. I'm going to write that down. We scare because we care. That is, now I'll tell you what, that's definitely a flip side
Yep.
of what most people use this for, because what is the worst thing to do is scare a child that maybe should not have experienced something? And is there a special age? That's a good question.
8 and older. We won't allow anyone under 8. And then
Good idea.
And then sometimes I'll just have a parent will come in with someone that's 8 years old, and you can tell just by the look on the child's face they're terrified being in the box office. And we'll recommend that, if you want to go through the trail, you're welcome to leave little Johnny here with us.
All right,
you
all
know.
right. Well, I can
Oh, you
confirm
go
what you're talking about, because when I tried to go in and have a little interview, and that day your fiance was kind of busy and all this, but I did have an appointment. I was standing in that office and I see all these things looking up there, and I'm thinking, if that's an example of what's out there in those woods, I will be taking a friend with me, and I'll be chained to that person too. Someone braver than me, But this is wonderful. It really is, Deborah. I'm really excited to learn this information. And I'm not really surprised to find out you are mixed in with this because of the genre of books that you write: suspense, paranormal activity, fiction mixed in with fact. And then here we are, but I love your spin on we scare because we care. Now, why would you come up with something like that? Why do you care? Because it's a non-profit fundraiser
Yes,
that people didn't know that they were donating to by just being out there.
that's right.
And I am grateful. In fact, if you don't mind, do I have permission to start telling people about it now?
Absolutely.
Because you know me, once I get on a good thing, I'm like a dog with a bone. I don't want to let go.
We'd appreciate
But
it.
I am serious. I really think that something like this is no certain time. We don't have to wait till Halloween, October, to be able to get that information out there. Okay, well, we're going to go back to the Fright Trail. Can we put that picture back up there? Fright Trail? All right.
Here we go.
Who designed the Fright Trail? I saw some pretty rough copies before that pretty one went up there.
That logo was done by Brainstorm Designs, who specializes in haunted attraction logos, but they designed that for us.
Well, you know what? Out of gratitude of your fiance coming down, his experience, you want to share some of his experience he's bringing to this? Because I understand he's like really been into the filming. Where is he from originally?
He was born in New York, went to school in New York.
I had that right. I couldn't believe it. Okay.
Yes, and lived in Jersey for about 30 years. But what he's bringing to this, it's not just two people slapping together spooky things in the woods. He's known in the haunted attraction industry as a horror master because he does seminars, he has DVDs. Most haunted attractions have built their attractions because of him.
Okay, now when I had that brief moment with him, because he was busy, I thought I had gotten that straight, that he has experience behind him.
Oh, 35
so
years.
So boy, you two together creating this or even having together, putting this thing together or working together, it's no wonder it's growing by the year, I understand.
Yes, it is.
I understand the last, all I know is I went. Didn't go, but I saw the people lined up.
Oh, yes.
Waiting to cross the highway, and
Very
somebody
grateful.
was actually, I think a cop was there, or a sheriff, somebody was out there directing traffic safely across the main highway.
We have two policemen, one to cross the groups going in and one to cross the ones coming out. We are all about safety.
So at this particular point in time, whenever, about how many, you have a guess on our account, how many people actually was able to turn out? Do you do a head count? About approximate?
Approximately, this last October, I would say approximately 6,000 people.
What?
But that's tiny. Look at how big Lafayette is.
I know, but just
where are you, Acadiana?
Hey,
come out to
really?
the trail.
Right, for the child. Why? Because they scared, because they care.
That's right.
Fright Trail is not just an event, it's actually an organization raising money to encourage kids in literary. Okay, it's an organization that has a purpose behind it, not just the fun part of it. Well, that is what's really appreciated. The fact that now I think we have about 4 minutes left into the show, about 3 minutes left into the show. I can't see my guys. Yay! We have 1 minute left into the show. Okay. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to be closing out. So what I'm going to do is going to thank everybody for watching our second show. And this is about Fright Trail, which is an organization raising money for the right reason, to help kids in school want to read, to be encouraged to read. And I have as a guest right here, Deborah LeBlanc, who's part of that reason that organization has been funded, created for a purpose. So I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And I want to tell Acadiana, tune in every Monday night at 9 p.m. It might be you or Deborah LeBlanc. Who knows? She may be bringing somebody else in here. Until then, be blessed, tune in, and if you have an idea and you want to share your story, then let us hear from you. Meanwhile, Deborah, would you like to say anything while the credits are rolling? Your last words.
Thank you, Acadiana, for making our last year successful. You're the reason why we were able to give the iTablets out to the schools this year. Thank you. And we look forward to seeing you in October.
This was wonderful. I'm excited. You haven't heard the last from me. I will get courage and go down the trail if that's what it takes. This is amazing. I am amazed how we not only have wonderful food, but we have wonderful people like you. So thank you for coming again.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.